I'm joined by Marcin Wrzosek, who's going to be taking this fight at KSW 41 on December 23rd. Marcin, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's a pleasure is all mine. Yeah.
By the way, you get the name perfectly. So
Oh, perfect. Well, then
props to you.
we're already off to a good start here. What time is it where you're at right now? Because I'm in Toronto, Canada, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's 8 p.m.
Wow,
at the moment.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, gotta love
10
the
past
time
actually,
change.
yeah.
I think people watching this interview will probably remember you from The Ultimate Fighter season 22. And how was that experience for you?
It was once in a lifetime experience, I bet I'm never gonna be in the Ultimate Fighter again. Although I get the offer to be on the Redemption season.
Oh, you did?
But
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, they contacted me and asked if I want to participate. But obviously, I'm currently under contract with KSW, so I refused it because I was the champion at the time, and it was I wasn't even thinking about getting back to UFC that time. But yeah, it was a cool experience, meeting Conor McGregor, Uriah Faber, Cody Garbrandt, and all that, and plus it was really challenging, so being in locked up in house with 22 professional fighters, is pretty weird, but I get through that, and now I'm a free man again.
Yeah, and you're competing for a great promotion in KSW. Do you still keep in touch with anyone from that cast at all, the season 22 cast?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we messaged him with Artem. Basically, I've seen him. He was fighting on the UFC Gdańsk, and I was there also. So we hang out for a little bit. Coach Owen Roddy also. I've seen him there. We exchanged messages with Saul Rogers, Franz Liwa.
Oh, great. So a lot of guys you got along with on the show. That's good.
Yeah. I think it was like the whole situation put us together and created a nice friendship,
Seeing in how you beat David Tamir on that show, and seeing the run he's gone on in the UFC, does that make that win that much sweeter, just with the fact that he's gone on this huge run?
Yeah, at the time, it was a pretty weird situation fighting my teammate. We hang out all the time together, and then we had to fight each other. But yeah, definitely, he's on a good run at the moment. Yeah, he's unstoppable. He's putting on really good performances, and as you said, it makes the win even more sweeter than it was. Yeah, definitely. And there's one more guy in the UFC who I'm the only person who beat, Arnold Allen from Great Britain. He beat Amir Khani. He beat a couple good, really decent names.
Yeah, Alan trains actually not that far away from where I live in Toronto. He trains
Yeah,
at a TriStar in Montreal.
I know. If you see him, say hello from me.
I definitely will. He needs to get a fight. They for some reason they're not booking him. So
I know. I've seen on social media he posted he's desperate to get a fight. I don't know why. It's strange. He's a young guy. He should get as much experience as he can right now.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Let's talk about this fight here. You're taking on a Roman Szymanski. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Might have got that one wrong. If I get one last name wrong on this interview, I'm glad it's not yours.
I don't even care. You can brutalize it as much as you want.
How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight? He's got the 10-3 record.
Yeah, he's a really decent guy. Good all round. I believe he's coming from boxing background, and he's also black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he possesses really good wrestling. So yeah, he's a rounder. I think similar style to mine, and I'm really happy about the matchup. And I think I'm gonna match well against him because I think that's the style that match my style the best. Guy who comes forward, try to fight, not avoiding the fight, not try to stall, hold the positions, and just try to shag your leg for 15 minutes. You know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think on paper this is definitely one of the fights of the night for sure. And you talked a little bit about your training camp there. You mentioned David Tamir. Who are some of your other training partners that are helping you get ready for this fight?
At the moment, I'm training in Poland because I've moved back from England. I lived in England at the time when we shot the Ultimate Fighter, but now I moved back to train, because basically when I was on the Ultimate Fighter and before that, I was working full time. Even when I had my UFC debut, I still kept my day job as a warehouse operative. I was driving forklifts 8 hours a day, and then I was doing my training. So really, it wasn't too professional, and I regret it only as much as I can. And if I could turn back the time, I would do it differently. But unfortunately, I can't, and I just roll with punches, And now I move back to Poland. I train full time. I quit my job. I get good sponsorships, and we train here in Poland. There's a really good club called Shark Top Team, STT. We got from the most famous fighter, I bet is Karolina Kowalkiewicz, the former contender for a title, and we got a really good team of good prospects here in Polish scene. We got a couple of KSW fighters also, and it was a big team. And we actually opened up our own gym just a couple of weeks ago, and it's booming at the moment. So
that sounds great. That's awesome. Sounds like everything's really coming together, which is great. So that brings me to my next question. How do you see this fight unfolding on December 23rd? It's obviously, we mentioned how great of a fight it is on paper, but how do you see it sort of playing out?
I wish I'm gonna get the fast knockout or TKO, but I'm just gonna adjust as the fight goes. I think I can defeat him in every dimension. I can submit him, I can control him, I can beat him up on the ground, I can beat him up standing. And the only way to find out if I'm gonna be able to buy a pay-per-view for 25th of December.
Excellent. I love that.
I'm curious myself. This fight is. I'm a big MMA fan also, so I'm really curious about the matchup, how it's gonna play out.
What do you like doing on your downtime? What are some of your hobbies outside of fighting? What would I find you doing, when you're trying to relax? Are you watching, TV? Are you playing any video games? What would I find you doing?
Basically, a while ago, I started co-hosting MMA talk show. Talk show is like step by step, but it's like a game of words in Polish. It's like cage after cage, but I cannot explain it at the moment. We probably would run out of time.
No, take your time, man. I want to hear about this.
It's like I'm gonna explain what we do basically. So there's one more reporter who is a co-host, and me as a MMA analyst specialist kind of role. And we basically invite the people from Polish MMA scene, and not only Polish. We had James Thompson, you're probably familiar with. He's supposed to fight on KSW. So we just get guests, we interview them, talk about upcoming fights, and it's really entertaining. It's kind of funny also. So yeah, it's good fun. I also do a little podcast with my coach, and we're just having fun. The podcast is obviously a little bit more
in depth
for grown ups only, because obviously there's no censorship on the internet. So we're just having fun really, and yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Downtime. Basically, only time I try to do as less as possible is when I'm cutting weight. Right now, I'm just trying to not to move too much and don't do nothing. And even doing the talk show is annoying, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's cool. I think I'm gonna roll straight into show business after MMA career.
That's great, and it's always nice to have something after fighting, and it seems like you're really taking well to it. So I'm happy for you, man.
And
that's awesome.
Also one more thing, I'm pretty busy man at the moment. We open up, we start working with a brand that manufacture fight equipment. It's called Dragon Sports Poland, and we open the facility in our city, and we sell the highest quality gear. You're gonna hear about this brand soon, because we try to go to the American market also. It's really decent gear and really nice looking gear.
Great. Well, can't wait for this fight. It's coming up here, KSW 41, December 23rd. Marcin, it was great getting a chance to talk to you. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Okay, so basically you can find me at Polish Zombie. That's the easiest way to find me. Obviously, American people will struggle with pronunciation of my surname. So just type Marcin, Marcin, Polish Zombie. And you're going to find me everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that, And also, I want to give shout outs to my sponsors, My Protein, Pitbull, It Fit, also Dragon Sports, Legal Cakes, and all the people who support me. Active Rehab also, and yeah, all my training partners, my team, Shark Top team, and all my fans around the world, especially you Canadians.